Hello and welcome to another World Service. I'm Jeff Boyce, Pilgrim Uniting Church Chaplain at Large in the city of Adelaide, South Australia. In this program, the Abbott Brothers give us a new song that's given me some pause for thought over the last few weeks. Our hotspot today is prompted from a post I received from a friend of mine, and then Mem Fox. A lovely poem read by a 7-year-old is absolutely delightful. Then a nurse's idea that she had in the middle of the COVID pandemic. Capturing the mood in the US, Neil Young sits on his porch with his guitar and tells it like it is. And then finally a song from the Royal Melbourne Hospital Scrubs Choir for us, just for us during this pandemic. Enjoy. As you may know, I usually include a meditation in each edition of the World Service. But when I discovered this song, released a few weeks ago, I thought it provided a great opportunity to share it with you. This person's experience of finding that place to relax, bringing to consciousness the inner struggles and paradoxes, allowing our inner truth to surface, no matter how alarming. And by deliberately identifying and naming the elements of our inner landscape, find clues to empowerment. One of the insights the songwriter shares is his contextualizing of meditation in nature, outside the stereotypical closed room. I've been thinking a lot about relationship of the internal and the external recently, and see what you think.
I don't write 'cause I don't think. I don't have a need to speak. I don't see the bright side quite as clear. Accolades and happy days, they don't ever last. Stories of courage clouded up with fear. In the broom grass I would lie, glimmer in my eye. The sun smiled back on me. From victory I tried match eternal light, how I led my life. Of course I was forced to retreat. From victory I accept defeat. Waxy green and yellow walls outside my windows fall, covering the light I thought I'd see. Am I sad or am I sick? What's at the root of it? Do I throw my hands and quit? Something tells me no. In the broom grass I would lie, glimmer in my eye. Sun smiled back on me. From victory I tried match eternal light, how I led my life. Of course I was forced to retreat. From victory I accept defeat. sides of my mind. In silence, my darkness is denied. In the broom grass I would lie, glimmer in my eye. The sun smiled back on me. From victory I tried to match eternal light with how I led my life. Of course I was forced to retreat, and from victory I accept defeat. From victory I accept defeat.
Recently, I received a post from a good friend of mine from the US, Steve Koski, and it read as follows. I was so tired, but not the tired that required more sleep. I travelled to Santa Sabina Retreat Centre for a silent retreat. I scheduled spiritual direction with one of the nuns, hoping to be given spiritual work that would rejuvenate my tired soul and reinvigorate my passion for my work. Sister Helen had superpowers. Just looking into my eyes, she could see I was trying to convince the world and myself of my competence and worth. Sister Helen looked at me with kind eyes that held no judgment and gently said, Stephen, I know you've come to accomplish and achieve spiritual renewal. My suggestion is for you to do absolutely nothing while you are here. Just be. Walk the grounds. Eat nourishing meals. Drink tea slowly and reverently. Sit in silence until you are silenced. Be present to the love from which you can never be separated. Know you are loved apart from any work you do. You are loved apart from anything you accomplish. Rest in love. The well of my own resources was dry. I feared others would find out. I took time to drink from the waters of silence, and it quenched my relentless thirst of continually needing to prove myself. I am loved. You are loved. We are loved apart from any work that we do. Here's the spiritual paradox. The more important and transformative the work you do, the more important it is to know you are loved, with or without doing that work. There is no more important work today than being used in service for the healing and restoration of this deeply broken world. We can't afford to quit. Rest. Do what you can to refill the well. Let your soul catch up with your body. This moment needs the fullness and shining light of your beautiful soul. Stephen Koski, 25th of July, 2020. What a beautiful story. I'm reminded of that identity life triangle I shared back in World Service number 5. In this case, the external other, Sister Helen, validates and affirms Steve's who I am, and directs him away from his what I do, to focus his attention on the person he is, one who is beloved. We catch a glimpse of the whole schema in action, from Steve's presenting what I need, through to the external other, empowering him to revive his own vocation as the affirming, empowering external other to others in their need.
Little one, whoever you are, wherever you are, there are little ones just like you all over the world. Their skin may be different from yours, and their homes may be different from yours. Their schools may be different from yours, and their lands may be different from yours. Their lives may be different from yours, and their words may be very different from yours, but inside their hearts are just like yours. Whoever they are, wherever they are, all over the world. Their smiles are like yours, and they laugh just like you. Their hurts are like yours, and they cry like you too. Whoever they are, wherever they are, all over the world. Little one, when you are older and when you are grown, you may be different and they may be different wherever you are, wherever they are. In this big wide world, but remember, joys are the same and love is the same, pain is the same and blood is the same. Smiles are the same and hearts are just the same. Wherever they are, wherever you are, wherever we are, all over the world.
Emergency room doctors and nurses have been seeing extremely sick patients come through their ER department in these last couple of weeks, and they intubate them and send them off upstairs in the hospital, and they have no idea how they are doing. And they know that I am a float nurse, so I work up on the floors, so I see those patients, and they're constantly asking me how their patients are doing. You know, they remember every single one of their patients that they have intubated. So I came about with the idea for a hope huddle so that we could share the good news of these patients who are able to get extubated and off the ventilator.
To hear from her late last night with this amazing idea, just, you know, once again makes me think so much of her and the way she thinks about her coworkers and her patients.
Spreading a little hope is everything to the doctors and nurses right now. You know, we're really desperately trying to see the light at the end of this tunnel.
in the last couple of days, we had, 5 patients that came off of respirators. The staff was cheering. And so it was actually like a celebration.
And it's just a time of camaraderie, and we're all kind of rallying together and just checking in on one another and making sure that we're taking care of ourselves as well as taking care of everybody else.
These are really scary times. It's scary to see the patients come in so sick. So I think if we start to hear the positive outcomes that we are achieving here at Lenox Hill, and if we hear that the patients are getting better, they're coming off the ventilators, and they are getting sent home, that will give all of us a little hope and a little light that we need right now.
We'll get through this, and we're going to get through it together.
There's no doubt that COVID-19 has drawn a line in the sand in so many areas of our lives, and particularly in politics. And as we look at the United States, it's understandable why so many songwriters and poets and commentators are writing about the lack of leadership. So in that spirit, I share a song brought out by Neil Young just recently. It's actually a rewrite of an older song, but with a new sense of purpose and meaning about looking for a leader.
Walk among us, and I hope they hear our call. Maybe it's a woman or a black man after all, looking for a leader to bring our country home. Reunite the red, white, and blue before it turns to stone. Looking for somebody with the strength to take it on. Keep us safe together and make this country strong. Walking among our people, there's someone to lead us on. Lead a rainbow of colors in a broken world gone wrong. Yeah, we had Barack Obama, and we really need him now. The man who stood behind him has to take his place somehow. America has a leader building walls around our house. We don't know Black Lives Matter, and we got to vote him out. We got our election, but corruption has a chance. We got to have a big win to regain confidence. America is beautiful, but she has an ugly side. We're looking for a leader in this country far and wide. Just like his big new fence, this president's going down. America's moving forward, you can feel it in every town. Scared of his own shadow, building walls around our house. He's hiding in his bunker, something else to lie about. We don't need a leader building walls around our house who don't know Black Lives Matter, and it's time to vote them out. this country far and wide. Looking for a leader with a great spirit on his side.
Over this last week, we've had the 75th anniversary of the dropping of the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. We've had a terribly devastating explosion in Lebanon that's left 300,000 people homeless and how many dead and injured, and destroyed the complete fabric of the country, leaving them completely destitute. And closer to home, the coronavirus in Melbourne, in particular Victoria, in Australia, is continuing to cause a lot of anxiety and a lot of suffering. So, following on from Neil Young's song, we remind ourselves that we are all leaders in our own little patch, and to bring that transformation and empowerment of others and consolation and healing in a broken world. That is all of our tasks, really. And so to finish off, a wonderful song from the Royal Melbourne Hospital, where my daughter recently was with COVID-19, but she's recovered and recovering now. And I leave you with that as we think of others who are in places that require enormous courage and enormous resilience. And thank you for watching the World Service today.
In the middle of the sea, I'll sail the world to find you. If you ever find yourself lost in the dark and you can't see,